Well, life becomes easier when we get the benefits of two into one. Let's do it. So what we are going to do today is that we are going to take two cue cards and now we are going to combine them and we are going to make just one single answer that is going to be applicable to both of them. So let's start. Students think that these two cue cards are really difficult, so I decided to come up with an answer that is going to be applicable to both these cue cards. And in this way, hopefully you will start liking this. And by just one answer, you will be able to develop ideas for two cue cards, and this is the best thing that you can do. And hopefully you will like this answer or like these cue cards too. Do they even like any cue card? No. So this is a general line that you can use. Describe a time you made a promise, describe an art exhibition that you visited. Life becomes beautiful when we complete our promises that we make to our loved ones. Here I'm going to talk about the promise that I made to my niece. The promise was that I would take her to an art exhibition if she achieved great scoring in her final exam. So you can say that I have made this cue card in such a way that the answer is applicable to both these cue cards. On the first side, we are making our promise, and the second thing is that we are talking about art exhibition, and it is going to be great. Next, these are two questions. First question is whom did you make the promise to, what the promise was, and on the other side, the second cue card is when you saw the exhibition and where the exhibition was held. My niece has been closely connected with art and she really loves to visit art exhibitions. For about 6 months ago, a special type of art exhibition was held in my hometown. I missed my in which some of the great artists showed their art. My niece really wanted to go to that art exhibition, so I promised her that I would take her to this art exhibition if she got good marking in her finals. So again, this answer is applicable to these two cue cards. Now we are moving to other questions. The first question is what was on display and explain your impression of the exhibition. And the second question is why you made the promise. Was the promise easy to achieve? So you can see by making this promise, I really wanted to motivate her. So now we are explaining why you made the promise. Because whenever there is something associated with art, she always works even harder. I made this promise and I was already able to see the excitement in her eyes. So this is the reason why we wanted to do that. Because of her dedication, she scored very well, and then I completed my promise of taking her to the art exhibition as I had promised. So the art exhibition was quite popular at that time. So now we are talking about the difficulty. Was the promise easy to achieve? The art exhibition was quite popular at that time, and because of that, it was becoming difficult for me to get the tickets. So this is the difficulty that we had faced. And fortunately, with the help of my friends, I was able to get two tickets on time. We are answering both questions, and we are answering in such a way that it is applicable to both these cue cards. Was the promise easy to achieve? We have already talked about that. What was on display and explain your impression of the exhibition. There were a lot of things on the display that were really mesmerizing to her. There were different type of pictures that represented a different type of meanings. So यहाँ पर a different type of meaning आ जाएगा, such as the pictures of freedom fighters, different scenic views, and stuff like that. We both were really happy by watching different type of distinct art forms. Even we both had a feeling of patriotism while watching those pictures of freedom fighters. And finally, I completed my promise of taking her to the art exhibition, and we enjoyed very well. So this is the end of this particular cue card, this particular answer. What I'm trying to do this time is that maybe I will try to come up with ideas in which I will explain single answer, but that single answer will be useful for multiple cue cards, like the way I have explained in this video. And hopefully I will be able to come up with something great that will really help all of you to improve your ALT speaking, and it won't be really difficult for all of you. So thanks all, this is the end of your video.